Hello, we are from Shelby Valley High School, and I'm Kaylee Ray.
I'm Chaz Brown.
I'm Lauren Reed.
And I'm Lola Fields.
And I'm Sam Brown. In front of you, you have a folder that includes a business summary, a SWOT analysis, and a printed copy of our website. When COVID first hit, we were sent home virtually for schooling, and I quickly found out personally that online school was not for me. I quickly fell behind academically and socially. So I also had no resources to help me get those qualities that I lost during COVID back. And I spoke to fellow classmates who also went through the same situation. So that's why starting Heroes Without Masks is such a passion for all of us.
Our company's mission is to enhance the social and educational skills of any student who feels the need to improve in these areas of life. This mission was brought to our attention because of the COVID-19 pandemic. The pandemic led to a lack of these skills in today's youth. But our service is not only limited to those students who were directly affected by the pandemic. We will take anyone who feels the need to work on being more social and advancing academically. This service will also open up the opportunity for any student who feels that they do not get the one-on-one attention in the classroom that they need. At Valley Elementary, the student-to-teacher ratio is 18:1, leading to a number of students who do not get to be taught individually because teachers don't have the time to split between all 18 students. Our business will take high school student volunteers who are interested in tutoring grades K through 8 and vet them through an application process that will be reviewed by school faculty. This will give high school students the opportunity through our business to earn community service hours, enhancing their college and scholarship applications.
Other tutoring services average about $100 per hour, while our company cuts the cost down to $25 per hour. Our area has a lack of tutoring services. With research, we learned that with the exception of teachers who help after school, the nearest business is in Kingsport, Tennessee. Our company will take advantage of this opportunity by making it our goal to include any child who feels the need to use our service. We will do this by reaching out to our community for help. Community members looking to help the students will have the opportunity to sponsor a student in need of financial funds to cover the session cost. This business will be for any child, kindergarten through 8th grade. We will work with the children who schedule tutoring sessions by working on effective listening skills, critical thinking, communication skills, and respecting others. This will be done by playing games and group activities. We will have the tutors work on educational skills by assisting them with homework, assignments, catching up on schoolwork, and school projects.
The trends in which our cash flow will fluctuate will be during holiday and summer breaks when children are at home. To research our service, we conducted a survey which we delivered to Valley Elementary and Dorton Elementary teachers and their middle school students. In this survey, we asked how interested teachers and students would be in the service and what subjects they would utilize our service for. Out of the 172 surveys that we received back, 56% said they would be interested in our service. Out of those 56%, 41% said they needed help in math, 27% needed help in science, 17% needed help in English, and 15% needed help in history. To reach our customer base, we will send a summary of services home with each student at our local elementary schools and promote our brand awareness on all social media platforms.
Our management team will consist of Shelby Valley and its feeder schools. The manager of our company will be our teacher, Mr. Joe Hughes. Mr. Hughes is an 8-year teacher at Shelby Valley High School, and he teaches in the JAG program, which is very business-oriented. We will also be partnered with Mr. Greg Napier, who is the principal of Shelby Valley, since we will be utilizing the school for tutoring sessions. We will also be partnered with Mr. Johnny Alvin and Mr. Thomas Pinion, who are the principals at Valley and Dorton Elementary, since we'll be tutoring their students. Our business has many opportunities to grow and expand in order to meet milestones. One growth aspect we want to see in our business is adding on ACT prep for 7th and 8th graders. This addition will help these students as they make the transition to high school and having to take the standardized test. In order to do this, we will need to have the funds to buy ACT books and website practice tests and a form of training to help our tutors incorporate this. Another growth aspect we want to see in our business is to incorporate it all over the Pike County school system.
The investment to begin our business is currently at $0 because we will be using the facilities at Shelby Valley High School, and we used a free website builder to create the website. But we are aware that with the startup of our business, we may need to pay the $29.50 a month to get the premium version of our website builder and publish it. This premium version is only $29.50 and will be made in less than one tutoring session. Our business will begin on a smaller scale as we will only use Shelby Valley's feeder schools, Dorton and Valley Elementary, but as our business grows, we hope to expand all across our county. To promote our business, we will focus on reaching out to the teachers in each school to have them inform us on which students they would refer to us. We will also create accounts across all social media platforms to advertise to students that are in middle school and their parents.
Our business will generate revenue by scheduling up to 2 sessions a week for each tutor, which we'll strive to have 15 of. Our first year revenue is projected to be $51,000 with a 5-year revenue projection of $255,000. With our expansion plans, this 5-year revenue projection could be $357,000. Our project is projected to be made as soon as the first session is scheduled and paid for. Our return on investment will be close to 100%.
Now we want to take you through the website that we have designed in order to enhance our service. And in front of you, you have a Chromebook that's touchscreen, so you can go through it as we do. On our homepage, we have the name of our company, a little section that tells about our company so parents and students or anyone who gets on our website can know exactly what we do. You can see the services we offer, how long each session is, and the price to book. We also have quotes from clients, which is a teacher, a student, and a parent as to how our service has impacted their life positively. We also have details on our open house, which will offer parents and students an opportunity to come in and meet our tutors so they can figure out which one is best for their student to be scheduled with. We also have a get in touch section where you can be able to talk to somebody one-on-one in our company. And we also have the location for anybody that's not aware. Down here in the corner, we also have a Let's Chat button where you can talk one-on-one again. The next section, we have Meet Our Tutors, and as of now, we just have us 5 listed until we get more tutors involved in our service, and they all have a picture and a detailed biography of each student and what they are involved with in the school, so the parents are aware of what sections they are better in and their GPA and stuff like that, so the parents are aware as to which tutor best fits their child's needs. We also have a story, our story on there, which is just more information about what inspired us to create this business. Next, we have our services, which you can click to find more information about our in-person tutoring we offer and online tutoring, which we offer in case the students don't have transportation to come to our school for our services. We also have resources here, and all of these are resources that I know all of us have used throughout elementary and middle school, and they all have a link that takes you directly to the website, and these are ways that students in our service can do extra learning at home if they feel that they need that. The next section we have is our book online section where you would go to actually book, and once we pay the $29.50 for the premium section, that allows us to have linked to PayPal on there so we can accept online payments, and it will allow us to pull up a calendar with dates and times to schedule the appointments on. And we also offering pricing plans, which will allow the cost to be less than what it would be if you pay for each session individually. We have what we call the Excellence Pass, which is $1,400, and that is a one-time upfront payment for unlimited sessions for the entire school year. And we also offer a Semester Pass, which is $750 for one semester, and it's valid for 5 months. And they both can be used for in-person and online tutoring sessions. And now we can take any questions that you have.
Okay, all right, thank you. Thank you all for the presentation, and certainly a reasonably good concept. First question I would have is this going to be a nonprofit business?
The funds that we take in from the tutoring sessions will go towards buying more resources for our students to use, so no, this is not nonprofit.
This is for profit?
Yes. And the profit that we make will go, like I said, will go into buying resources for the students in our service. And also the funds that we make will go into a scholarship for one of the high school students that helped the tutor.
Okay, so you're going to reinvest monies back in for
Yes.
resources and then grant a scholarship for
Yes.
some student at some point. And you would still consider that a for-profit business?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Great job. I am really, I was struck by the social aspect. I was happy to see that that was part of your plan, not just the academic, but the social, the falling behind that's happened there. But I didn't hear much about it up here and on your site. Has that been developed a little more? Could you tell me a little more about how you would help them socially? I know the survey was a lot of academic stuff. Anything else you can share about the social impact?
With the survey, we asked and to see if they actually had a decrease in socials with the aspect of social, and a lot of them responded with yes. And during our tutoring services, the sessions, we will have 1 hour set aside that is just the social aspect where they can play games with all the other kids that are being tutored at the time, with group activities, like if some of them have common things that they're struggling with, in order to enhance their educational skills and their social skills at the same time.
Okay, thanks. I'm curious about the name of your business, Heroes Without Masks, because when I first see it, I'm not exactly sure what you do. And I'm just curious if you could tell me a little bit about how you settled on that name and what you like about it.
The reason we came to that name is because it actually started with COVID, because we know that set a lot of students behind. It's not only limited to that, but that's where the idea came from, and that's kind of what we've built off of. So we just think that the tutors would be heroes to these children to help them regain all those skills that they've lost, and the masks are gone for the most part. So we just decided that the academy part would show that we're educational, and the Heroes Without Masks would show that they're tutoring after COVID.
Okay, and one last thing for me, just a little feedback on those payment plans. I was excited when I saw that pop up on the screen, but they are big numbers, right? And so I just would encourage you to think about how you're going to present that, so it's not a sticker shock like, oh my gosh, this is crazy, I can't. Because I think it's a good deal, but you might want to spend a little more time explaining why it's a good deal. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, so great job, first of all. I think this is definitely something that's needed coming out of the pandemic. You did identify in your SWOT analysis one of your weaknesses as being a weak brand, so you kind of elaborated on the name, but can you kind of give me an idea of what you're talking about as when you say weak brand and how you might combat that moving forward?
I think what we was trying to get across with that is just how not a lot of people are aware of our business yet, and the way that we are going to make our public aware of that is to send home flyers with the kids at the middle and elementary school so the parents can see it and know that our service is there if it's needed, and also the social media accounts, and have ads put up on social media accounts which will take money that we will have from our tutoring sessions, and that's how we will pay for those ads.
Brand awareness is key. Thank you, guys. Wow, I'm so impressed with the website, the presentation. I'm a grant writer, and I just love the wording that you used. It's beautiful. Great job. I was also really impressed that you got 172 surveys completed. That's amazing. And it kind of made me think about the importance of metrics and the impact that you're having. And so as a parent, I feel like one of the things I'd be worried about is, what's the quality of this tutoring like? And so I love that you already have experience doing surveys. What is your idea for, how are you going to measure the quality of tutoring after it's happening so you can report that back to the parents?
The chat option we have on there allows the parents to talk directly, allows the tutors to talk directly to the parents and let them know how those tutoring sessions have gone, to where even the teachers can get on there and chat with the parents and let them know the improvement that they see in the classroom.
The parents can also get on there and chat, and if they see something in their child that they think needs work, they can let the tutor know that, and they can express that, so that way the tutor can work on that and be prepared for the next session to help them with that.
Great. Yeah, I would also encourage you to, if there's a possible way to have the grades, track the grades of the students to see how they're improving and everything. I know that's difficult to get data like that, but if you can have them volunteer, that'd be so powerful to see, like, not the names, of course, keep that confidential, but how students have progressed. This is a really great project. I'm super excited about this. I have 4 kids, and I know they could benefit. Thank you.
Thank you all for the presentation, especially the website. I think is a good visual and kind of puts everything in context. You took one of my questions. Can you tell me a little bit more about the vetting process? Because you're talking about social and academics, and just because somebody gets good grades doesn't mean they know how to teach somebody or that they're the most social. So how do we get the right people for this from the vetting process?
So we plan to have them submit an application that will have their extracurriculars and everything, like their grades and all that, in there. But then it will go through faculty at our school who have worked with those students and kind of know how they are. So I think the faculty will be able to help approve who they think could be the best tutors and could help these children in the best way.
They are also required to submit their transcript so the faculty can see all the classes they've taken, because we don't want somebody who has a 4.0 GPA but takes woodshop 4 times a day or takes easy classes. We want students who actually want to excel in the classroom.
And it may be a good idea to have them do a mock tutoring session just to see how they react in that atmosphere. I see, you talked, I think, during your presentation about during like Christmas break and summer breaks that your income would be down, but then on your website it says unlimited sessions valid for 1 year. So if I order that package and during the summer when my child doesn't have other things distracting them and they can maybe do some work on a specific subject, is that going to be available, or during Christmas if they have something they have to work on, is there going to be any availability, or is this really like a 9-month plan?
It will be available. We just took data from other tutoring services and seen that their their income fluctuated during the summer, and so we just wanted to state that that would be an issue that we would have.
Yes, but it will be available.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Thank you all.
All the time, okay? Until the alarm goes off, from the timekeeper behind you just keep asking questions if you have. What? 7 minutes left. So you got.
Okay, yeah, I've got another question. And I will say that the Q&A does bring out much more about this than the plan does. So the more I've heard, the better I like it. And you all answer the questions very well. I keep thinking about, and my daughter is a junior high teacher, so I hear from her a lot, and she does teach at your school. So the thing that I guess I'm concerned about is the students who would like that opportunity and will want to succeed, but monetarily they're very challenged in their finances from their family situation. So what are we going to do to help those students who may not be able to afford the price, even if it is a good deal? If bread's a penny a loaf and you don't have a penny, then you're stuck. So what do we do with those children who do want access and just can't afford it?
We hope in the future to have community sponsors to sponsor the children who are in need to cover the financial funds of the cost. And so anybody in the community that wants to help our business could either make a donation to our business, which would cover the cost, or would just pay the upfront costs for each student that cannot afford it.
Okay, one last question I would have is, I understand that the school is going to be made available and that you have the cooperation of the principal of most schools, 3 schools, I'm sorry. How about the Board of Education itself? Does it take some sort of approval? Is there an approval process to allow this to occur that has to go through the central office for approval? Has that been heard yet? Is that something that will need to happen?
There was no approval that was needed because it goes through our school.
And I'm just curious, I might have missed this. How fast do you think you could get this started?
We have all the resources that we need now, so I think as soon as we have tutors submit their applications and we get them approved and the sessions to be booked, we could start now.
Thank you. Great job.
I think just a suggestion, if you want to take donations and maybe to get money for scholarships from grants or things like that, you may want to consider becoming a nonprofit where you can accept those donations and have those partners to help enhance what you all do. So look into that.
I would also like to add that it would be a really good idea to add a donate button on your website if that is something that you're going to be looking to do. You could have a little tracker there that shows how close you are to your goal to support one student and continue that effort. Great job.
And I wanted to mention too, as a grant writer, I work with a lot of nonprofits and businesses, and I think this is a great opportunity to have it as a nonprofit. And I also wanted to explain too that being a nonprofit doesn't mean you can't earn revenue. It doesn't mean you can't have services where people pay. It just means that at the end of the year, you don't have a bunch of shareholders who are going to get some of the profits. So it also means when you're a nonprofit that you can have donors and you can apply for grants, and so you could get a lot more funding to help keep this free or low cost to some of the students. So bravo, this is a great idea.
Any other questions? Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you all.